Gentlemen, remove your hats for a moment of prayer, followed by our national anthem. Father God, we thank you for this day and all that you have done for us. We thank you for your Son, Jesus, and the salvation that we can have through him because of his sacrifice on the cross. We pray that you would protect these athletes tonight as they play the game of volleyball. May their talents, effort, and this competition be glorifying to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. And now, the starting lineup for the visiting Wildcats. At number 1, Brendan Sewell. Number 2, Christian Rodin. Number 10, Bo Parker. 11, Ethan Martins. Number 12, Charlie Gold. Number 22, Ramiro Garcia. Number 23, Chuck Baumgartner. The Wildcats are coached tonight by Regina Poland. And now the starting lineup for your Wheaton Academy Warriors. Number 18, Adam Barman. Number 23, AJ Buxley. Number 32, Noah Toritas. Number 33, Cole Andrews. Number 35, Henry Truitt. Number 4, Luke Klachenko. And number 37, Jack Schroeder. The Warriors are coached by D.A. Nichols.
Hello and welcome to the second varsity volleyball game of 2022. I am your play-by-play tonight, Catherine Smiley, and I'm here joined by
Elijah Walker.
So we got an interesting game on us tonight. For the Warriors, we got a starting lineup of Adam Barman, Noah Toritas, Cole Andrews, Luke Klachenko as our libero, Jack Schroeder, Henry Truitt, and Anthony Vusnik.
And then for the West Chicago team, we have Kristen Rolden, Ethan Martins, Ramiro Garcia, Charlie Baumgartner, and Bo Parker.
It's going to be an interesting game on us tonight, but boys played Ridgewood on Tuesday, but that was a little bit of a walk in the park, so this might be a little more challenging for the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, their JV looked pretty good, so expect good things from their varsity.
I agree. So let's get some keys of the game. We have the skills of AJ. He is our D1 commit going to Ball State next year. He's a big hitter, and if we can set him up right, he can do some damage. We have Adam Barman's leadership skills. He is a big component to tonight's game and how he leads this team, as well as Henry Truitt, our freshman on the team. He's a big promise for our next few years at the program, and here he goes to serve. And ball's up and just soars out of bounds, but It's okay because the Warriors can get a. Oh, we have a sub, number 20, Daniel Eaton, for 23, Charlie Baumgartner. We have Ethan Martins back the line to serve. Ball's up. And in, passed by Vusnik. Passed by Barman. Oh, and a tip out of bounds. The second serve by Martins.
It almost looked like AJ was going to spike that one.
It's just a little too tight for the net.
Yep.
Missed the serve. And serve goes to Luke Klychenko, our new libero. Ball's up. And barely out. Tried to do a little bit of a topspin there, but it didn't drop quick enough. Now we have another sub for WeGo. We have 25 in for number 22, Garcia. And now we have our sophomore, Roldan, back to serve. In, back to Volsnik. Ooh, and blocked. Drops on the floor right in front of Toritas.
It's a good try by Toritas.
It was.
Just had a little more size on him.
It's going to be a tougher game tonight. We have some blocks up against us, which we aren't used to. Oh, barely off the hands. Helped by Schroeder and over. And to the middle, Bo Parker past the block into the court of the Warriors. He's going to be a threat to us tonight. If Roldan going back for another serve, most likely going to be a little shorter. And doesn't go over the net. We have Adam Barman going back to serve for the Warriors. Gonna pull out a topspin. And also misses the serve. A little upset about that one, but he'll get the next one.
There's been a lot of missed serves.
There has been. That might be a killer for the Warriors tonight. We got Bo Parker back to serve. And that was a deep serve by Parker. And the first swing by Vusnik tonight is a kill.
Absolute monster hit.
That's why he's a key to our game tonight, is how well he can be set up and find the empty spots on the court. AJ goes back to serve. Pass to the outside. Ooh, blocked by the Warriors. Nice block there by Schroeder and Toritas. It's a bit of a softer serve by Volsnik than we're used to, but he's playing it easy. Another pass to the outside. Second shot, rolls. Adam Barman sets it to the outside. Truitt, and tipped off of number 20. Goes back set to Parker in the back row. It shoots out of bounds. Game's now tied. Volsnik goes for another serve. Passes with his hands. Interesting move. And is called a double on the setter. I don't know if I really agree with that call, but ref calls what the ref calls. Barely over the net that time. Number 11 sets it up. Ooh, a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Looked like his teammate blocked him.
That's what happens when the setter doesn't really move to the right place. Another serve. Ooh, and we have an ace this time. Warriors are now up 9-6. WeGo's getting a little frustrated. And a nice pass to the middle, but a little off the net. Barely on the line for the Warriors. We have another sub coming in, number 23, Baumgartner, for number 20, Daniel Eaton, as Baumgartner goes back to serve. And a very flat serve from Baumgartner. beautiful back set to Jack Schroeder, which results in a kill. And for the Warriors, we have our middle switch of the night. Got Toritas back at the line and Cole Andrews up at the net. That was a very quick serve right off the whistle there. And goes to the right side with a tip, but Jack Schroeder has that off-blocker defense. Woo! Tried to go for a back row attack there, just went a little long. Another sub for the Wildcats, 22 and for 25, as 22 goes back to serve. Wilsnick passes the ball back to Schroeder off the hands and can't get to it.
Fun fact about Schroeder, he's actually a sophomore, and he's already doing big things for this varsity team.
Yeah, it really helps to play club into the offseason. Very nice serve by Schroeder. Pass by the libero, and a free ball over the net. A little bit of a miscommunication there with the AJ and Luke. And out of bounds by Truitt.
Oswego team's switching it up a whole lot, a lot of subs.
A lot of subs. I'm worried they might run out of subs before the game's over. How back and forth it's going.
Yeah.
Got the libero tying his shoe. You tie that shoe. Whistle's blown. And ball's up. Barely over the net. Schroeder does a great pass to the middle of the court. Truitt with a tip. Bo Parker with a, never mind, it's not Bo Parker. My apologies. Rolled in with a nice touch there, but just didn't get it up by enough.
That was a really good find. Good job at finding the open spot on the floor.
We got our freshman back to serve. And over the net to 22. Back set to the setter. Ooh. Off the hands of the blockers and lands inside the court.
Looked like AJ got a hand on it. It just spun off.
That's what happens when the block isn't in place, but it was a good move by number 11, Ethan Martins. Short over the net. Cole Andrews just barely got a few fingers on it. Clearly was not expecting the ball to trickle over. Another short serve, but does not make it over the net this time. There's a lot of missed serves in this game so far. Have Noah Toritas up in the net and Luke Klitschenko as libero serving for the Warriors. And in.
That looked
to
like
the outside. Oh, and an arm on it by Truitt. Goes over with the hands. Nice save there. It was a nice tip by Bo Parker. We have another sub for the Wildcats. They're subbing like no other. I really think they're going to run out, but the coach does not seem worried, so. Ooh, and out by Roldan. A good call by the Warriors there not to touch that. Got Barman back to serve. Going for another jump. And out. Did not drop as soon as it should have. But the Warriors continue to encourage each other. Parker back to serve. And flies over the net. To the outside. Schroeder hits Bo. Sets back to the outside for Wego. Truitt runs across the court. Sets up Gulsnick and does not make it over the tape. A little bit of a lower set there from Barman might be part of the issue. Shorter serve by Bo. And that was a successful hit by AJ. Right to the corner of the court. That's a really great spot.
Yeah, AJ just does such a good job at finding the open spots on the court.
It makes it really difficult for libero or any back row player to get to that. Let's see if he adds some extra strength to his serve this time. Does not. Floats it over to the right side, off the hands of Truitt. Barman sets up Schroeder, and it's in, off the hands of the block of Wego.
Wheaton Academy blockers have been doing a really good job. They've been getting a hand on it almost every time.
They've also been playing West Chicago's block really well, which is a key component to tonight. Ooh, and a little too long from Ethan Martins there on the set to the outside. Got AJ with another serve. To the middle and blocked by Teritas. And a free ball over. Let's see if we can make this perfect. A little bit timing off for that one. And another tip covered by Barman. A set by AJ over the net. I don't think that was intentional. Barman tried to recover, but there were some people in the net there.
There's a lot of confusion on that play. It's pretty chaotic.
A lot happening. Got Baumgartner back to line serve. And over and in. Back set to Schroeder, really utilizing Jack tonight, which is a smart move. He's been doing really well. Very good hit by number 25 for West Chicago, right past the blockers. I think it's interesting to add that this is Luke Klychenko's first game as a libero. So maybe Barman will utilize his hitting abilities in the back row. That was a very nice block by West Chicago, right to the middle of the court. And Wheaton Academy calls a timeout after a little bit of a comeback by West Chicago.
I expect Cole Andrews to play a pretty big part in this game. He's got some size on him, and he's pretty fresh, but he's got some skill.
Size is a big factor when you're a middle hitter.
Yeah.
I tried to be a middle hitter, and then I was 5'5", and didn't really work out like that.
Not as good as 6'5".
So what do you think Karch is telling the boys right now?
I think he's telling them to keep on going, that they're doing a good job, focus on those blocks and getting under the ball.
Yeah, maybe a little more coverage as well.
Yeah.
But it's nothing that they can't do. I think Wheaton Academy has the upper hand in the attacks tonight, but is struggling a bit when it comes to touches off the block. Got Baumgartner back to serve again. And over the net to Klychenko. Saved by Truitt and over the net. It's a stretch. Oh, that was a little bit sketchy play by the middle there. Ooh, another block. Blocks the back row attack. Very impressive by number 12, Charles Gove. Another serve soaring over the net, right to the libero. And a roll shot from Truitt. Libero sets up the right side. Little high, goes with a tip. And it's hit by Teritas, but was not called in the net. Okay, we got number 12 in the net instead. We'll take it. Got Teritas back to the line for the Warriors. Now the score is tied at 18s. Sets to the back row, really utilizing their back row hitters here. And so is Wheaton Academy. That was a really great pass there. Trying to just tip it over to the corner. True, it would have been there, but it did not make it over the net. Oh, off the back of the hands of the libero, and a free ball out of bounds. I think a thing Noah Toritas does really well is that as soon as the whistle is blown, the ball is hit and kind of throws the opponent off sometimes. And a hit by number 25 on the right side hits the back line for West Chicago.
That one was so close to being over, just barely got in.
It's hard to get that back line. It's especially hard to call it. And a serve barely over the tape there to Truitt, and just didn't get on top of that one. He's looking for a touch. Down ref does not see one. Never mind. It appears number 11 was in the net. Jack Schroeder with the serve. And to the middle, number 12, Charles Gove. Once again, very effective middles, but just needs to be covered a little better. Got number 1, Brendan Suey back the line. The nice serve to Truitt, who then hits his own ball off of Adams' serve set. And back row with a tip by Busnik. To the outside, off the block of Cole Andrews, and lands inside the court.
It's a beautiful block by Cole.
That was the turnaround that the Warriors needed right there. And a timeout is called by the West Chicago Wildcats. So there's some upcoming games for the Warriors. Not only in boys volleyball, but all around the clock. We have a few girls soccer games to look at, as well as boys lacrosse games. Lacrosse team is really talented this year as well, so should look out for them. We'll get you those exact dates and times at a later timeout.
I believe boys lacrosse has an upcoming game against Brother Rice at some point. Brother Rice is always a really tough team, but we're also a tough team.
Exactly, so you should go out and support the Warriors for that game. Give them the support they need to continue their winning streak. Got Truitt back at the line to serve. And in. Going to the middle, Bo Parker. Ooh, getting some hands on it there. Farman tried to get it up a little, but was not enough. Warriors now only lead by 1. Number 11, Ethan Martins, going back to serve for the Wildcats. That's not a it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
A little bit shocked there, but it was a beautiful block. Dropped right along the middle line there. And a short serve, putting the Warriors up 23-22. Serving has really killed both teams this game. So next half might be a thing to focus on for both teams. And Klitschenko throws a deep serve, but number 22, Ramiro Garcia, hits the ceiling. Ceiling's very tricky thing to navigate in the Warrior Dome. It's like the catacombs. Ooh, in a bump pass, a tip from Parker, saved by Schroeder with a free ball over. And blocked by Vucinic.
Great block.
Got his whole arms over the net. And that ends the set for the Warriors. 22-25.
Very close game, as expected of West Chicago.
Very competitive game. But in order to do better, I think the Warriors and the Wildcats need to focus on getting serves over and coverage. Yeah, so let's throw back up the recent schedule here for the boys volleyball. They have another game against Marmion on April 11th. That game was postponed a few weeks ago due to star players being on spring break. Have another game against St. Francis away April 12th. So go out to Francis and show up to support them there, because we all know how Francis turns out to their games.
We need all the fans we can get.
Last game against Ridgewood on Tuesday, boys won pretty easily. Just got to have some fun, get some subs in that are usually not the starting players. So it was a fun game for the boys, fun first game.
I tell you what, Bo Parker's been doing a really good job at getting up there. He's not the tallest guy, but he's an explosive athlete.
He has hops,
and
for sure.
He hits hard.
He does hit hard. He's an effective middle, which I wasn't really expecting.
No,
when I knew
not
Bo,
at all.
he was a little short, to say it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's really doing a number on the Wheaton Academy team. They haven't really faced a powerful middle, and our middles are kind of newer players. So putting a block up on him will be a #1 priority for the Warriors this next set. Back with the same starting lineups for both teams here, except for the addition of number 9, Tyler Nelson, for the Wildcats. Brendan Suey goes back to serve. Ball's up and flies across the net to Vucinic, who passes it over. I don't think Barman touched that ball, but it was well recovered by the rest of the Wildcats. And puts a block up on Parker there, but Cole Andrews caught in the net a bit. Call of a captain to the up ref.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about that play. Didn't look like Adam got a hand on it.
No, I don't think so, but they didn't have 3 touches on it, so it's still legal. And a serve to Klychenko, high ball to Truitt, tips it over, and was a little turned around there. Barman tried to cover it, but coverage, a big thing Warriors need to work on. Good idea by Truitt, though. Another pass by Klychenko, very good pass. A tighter set to Cole Andrews, which was a great kill there. Our freshman going back to serve. Truitt puts the ball up. A little bit of a floater serve there. And to the outside, hits Vusnik, and Parker puts it back over. Very impressive. It's all about the anticipation there.
Barely went over, just skimmed the net.
Number 13, and Aiden Murin comes in for number 23, Baumgartner. Another new change in the lineup. And off the backhands of Klychenko. Tried to use overhand pass, but was just a little too forward in the court. Bringing AJ back to hide Jack Schroeder. See if that works out for him. A better pass by Klychenko there. To the back row, tipped by Truitt. And hit by Parker with tips off the blocker and off Klychenko. Good of Klychenko to try to get that ball after it was touched on the block. A stronger serve there. I think that might have been out, but rolls it over. Outside, and the block is there. Adam Barman, Cole Andrews getting a good touch on that, putting the ball back in the Wildcat court. Got Klychenko going back to serve now. Teritas at the net. And rolls it over to the middle, tries to tip it down. Good recovery, and a little bit of a joust at the net. Way to keep fighting by Teritas there. And ends up on the West Chicago side of the court. It's very interesting net play there. Another serve by Klychenko to the libero. Pass to the back row, and just into the net by Nelson. Klychenko with a shorter serve this time. And to the right side, blocked by Vusnik. Seemed like Roldan tried to recover his own ball there, but wasn't sure if it was in or out.
It's been some great blocks these last three plays.
Warriors are really facing on where they are on the court and where the ball is. A bump set to the outside, kind of just rolled over. And a hit by Vusnik off of the block, ending up in Warrior point. And a timeout called by the West Chicago Wildcats. Okay, so here we have our National Student Production Awards. Sweden Academy is very talented in not only producing sports, but also commentating on them. Not to toot my own horn or anything. But we're part of a class called Sports Broadcasting. So we got some camera operators down here, Wes Kersey on the sideline, Kate Johnson. Got Aiden and Brennan up here as well. So it's just students in a class filming games for credit. It's really an amazing opportunity that Wheaton Academy gives their students. Got Klychenko for another serve to Nelson. And a little bit of a, an impressive tip by Bo, but just a little to the side for that second shot. A little bit out, but he'll get it next time.
Hopefully not.
And a block by Busnik.
Another block.
You're right, he did not get it next time. And a nice free ball over, but into the net by Schroeder. Got another sub for the Wildcats, 25 in for Tyler Nelson.
Good idea by Schroeder, just rolled off his hands.
Yeah, I agree. Got Roldan back to serve, sophomore on the team. It's on the team as a freshman, I believe, so very impressive. And pass by Volsnik. Ooh, tried to keep out of the net by Barman. Really got above the net on that one. Tried to save it, was just caught in the net a bit. It's a really good idea, though. Christian going for another serve. And pass by Truitt. Barman 2, back to Truitt. Called out. A little bit too powerful there. Still a very good swing. Serves over to Truitt. And to the outside, Busnik off of the hands of Parker and Mirren, out of bounds.
Such a powerful hit, so hard to block.
You really have to have your hands in the right position and at the right angle to block a powerful hitter like AJ. We got Barman back to the line with a top spin this time, which he makes over. Oh, that was so clean. Number 11, Ethan Martins, goes up with the fake. Back to Bo Parker. Probably the best hit I've seen all night.
I saw Bo and it still tricked me.
It was nasty play right there. Served by Parker, deep to Klychenko. And to Schroeder, just came off the bottom of his hand. His timing's a little off there. I still can't get over that hit. That was a clean play. It's very impressive. Gotta give it to him. Parker picks a different spot in the court. Adam tries to keep it out of the net, but is called on a double. It's tough with a tighter pass like that. Bo once again switching up where he's serving from. And to AJ once again, who kills the ball down the line. It's like Parker did a little bit of a push-up there. We got AJ back to the line to serve now. There's been a lot of runs this game in serving, but I mean, that could be normal for a game of volleyball, but it's back and forth runs. I think it has a lot to deal with missing serves, as well as just a little bit of miscommunication and mental state getting down. Ooh, a nice swing by number 25, but passed beautifully by AJ. And to the back row, another pass by AJ to our back row with a little bit of a roll shot.
Oh!
And
looked like he tripped
one,
over his teammate.
Tripped over Martins there. That's gotta hurt.
It's one of the things AJ does so well. He has such an intimidating presence because he's such a heavy hitter. When he hits it light, catches everyone by surprise.
It's definitely something that you wouldn't be expecting. And free balls it over. And to the middle, Teritas off of the hands of the blocker. Once again, another case of the hands not being in the right angle. Warriors now up 12-11. Another serve by AJ. And shorter this time. A little close to the net. And the middle hitter, just a little bit of a miscommunication there with the setter. That happens when you're trying to run quicks.
You know, I think one of the things with all the miscommunication is WeGo really switches up who's in all the time. It's hard to get a rhythm going.
They do. They have a bunch of different players that switch out from sets and even in this set. So it's definitely something to get used to for the setters. Warriors now up 14-11. So let's talk about AJ. I know you know AJ pretty well. Like, let's talk about his skill set and what he's brought to the Warriors since he transferred.
He's an overall great guy. He's definitely a lot of talent. He brings such a presence to the court.
Definitely an intimidation factor as well. I mean, he's clearly very talented. He's played for Spry, which is a very renowned volleyball club. It's very helpful to play club outside of the school season. And it's set to the outside, but just off the bottom of his hand, out of bounds by number 25.
I thought maybe Schroeder got a hand on that, but the refs say he didn't.
AJ for another serve. Into the middle, shoots out of bounds though. Just didn't get on top of it. It's a very difficult thing when you're trying to run quicks as a middle, is getting the timing right. I feel like some of these new middle hitters are struggling at that a bit. To the outside, but off, and hits the ref.
The ref did not look too happy with that.
Did not look too happy, but you know it's happened before. Can't be that upset. Going on a bit of a serving streak now. Warriors up by 6. Ooh, in a reach, but hits the antenna. You know, the setter is having a bit of a rough time communicating where the set should be for the outside there. Let's see if he can do better this time. With the right side, he can. Tipped by Terides to the back corner of the Warrior court.
That was a good read. Saw the back corner was open, back left corner was open, and hit it right where it needed to go.
It's good placement. Got 23 going in for 13. A little bit of a miscommunication there with who was supposed to serve. A little bit of a lineup check. And a timeout called by Karch. Was not expecting that, but
it seemed the Warriors were in a hot spree, like they were in a good place. Surprising timeout call.
yeah, I mean, maybe he's just talking about a little bit more coverage of the back corners. I know that was a big thing for the girls this year, just covering the back line. But also maybe getting the block up in the right place so that it is like to where our players are.
Yeah.
Warriors in a good place right now, 18-12. But hopefully they can continue the momentum to the 25th point.
This set's lasted a little bit longer. You can tell they're all getting tired.
Yeah, it seems to be moving at a bit of a slower pace than it was the first set.
Not as many explosive plays by each side.
Let's see if they can take a quick break and speed it back up. And a serve to AJ. A great back set by Barman to Schroeder. Once again getting past the block. And Roldan not able to get that one up. Got Terides back to serve. Over to the libero, a little bit of a low pass. And a roll shot by 25. Another roll by AJ. This very effective roll, causing number 23 to do a little bit of slide there. Cole Andrews blocked at the middle.
Looked like a little bit of a low set by Barman. But
yeah, definitely a thing to work on for the Warriors, adjusting to the height difference of the middles. Number 9, Tyler going back to serve into the net though. Going to our sophomore, Jack Schroeder. Jump serve to the libero. To the outside, Christian Roldan. The back set by Barman looked a little bit unexpected by Cole Andrews. A back row attack by Nelson went soaring out of bounds there. Just didn't really get on top of it. Another successful serve by Schroeder. A little bit of a not great pass there, but it was recovered well off of the block. Roldan tries to go for a line shot, but just a little bit out of bounds. Another great serve right down the line. Really forcing number 9 to make the call of in or out. Back row attack by AJ. Just a little too powerful. Goes about a foot out of bounds. Got Bo Parker back in the game. Might see a run from West Chicago here. Ooh, I don't know if that was in there, but it's a all right pass by Klychenko. And another hit by Bo Parker, but Cole Andrews was in the net, so it doesn't really matter if it was in or not. It's good to be in the right position to have a block on Parker there. Back set by Barman, little tight there to Truitt, but makes good work of it. Outside, ooh. Setter number 11, Ethan Martins, has a little bit of a hop on him. Seen a little bit of a comeback by the Wildcats. Ooh, and a shank by AJ off the serve with number 1, Brendan Suey.
That one looked like it was going out to me.
I think AJ thought that too. Just wasn't fully prepared and made a last-minute decision with his arms in the wrong place. Here's Klychenko this time. Barman setting it off the net to Schroeder. And a back set to the setter. Ooh, and Schroeder gets it up with Barman with a little back tip there. Very impressive. To the outside, Truitt off the hands of Ethan Martins. Nice way to play the blocker there.
Truitt's been doing fantastic this game.
He's a freshman. He has great potential. He has a great swing on him. And now we see why he made varsity. Barely over and out of bounds by Nelson. A little frustrated there over that shank. Warriors just need to push one here. Making a substitution for the Wildcats. Seeing if they can pass over this next ball. All he needs to do is get it over and we can play from there. Truitt puts the ball up. And a very good serve. Knocks number 2, Christian Roldan, over. Free ball to Luke Klychenko. This should be a perfect hit. And it was. It was a really good effort by number 22, Ramiro Garcia, trying to get that up. But it's a powerful hit. You know, it's a little difficult to get ones like that. So that concludes our game tonight. We have Warriors ending it 25-17. Thank you so much for joining us. I've had a good time watching this game. Warriors now have a streak 2-0. So that's big stuff. Hopefully the guys' team can do better than the girls' team.
Yeah, definitely was a good game. Wish we could have had some more fans come out to watch it, but
you know, maybe they just got to have a winning streak going.
Yeah.
Just get a few more wins in, and then maybe some fans will start showing up. Maybe make a state run, like the soccer team. Get some fans out there. But it's a great game, and we hope you can join us for our next live stream on Monday for our boys lacrosse team. So if you can't be there in person, no problem, because we're going to be live streaming that game. So watch it, support the team. You know, I think we can make another state run this year.
Cross has a really good program. Definitely.
It would be a great idea to
Definitely something you
see
want
a
to watch.
game of that. Exactly. Well, thank you very much, and we will see you next time.